Hello, Pastor Joel here from Chico First. And Psalm 102 has a distinctive title to it. It indicates that it's a prayer for support for individuals facing difficulties who need to express their grievances. It's great that God gives us examples of how to connect with Him during our times of hardship and suffering. And the psalmist here is clear in his distress. He describes the briefness of his life, comparing it to smoke and withered grass in verse 3 and 4. His body aches from suffering to the point where he forgets to eat, verse 3 through 5. Additionally, he's cut off from any sense of community. He compares himself to a desert owl or a bird alone on a roof, verse 6 and 7. And this image depicts his social isolation. He recognizes that his suffering isn't his alone, but part of the suffering of God's people in verses 12 through 16. And so the psalmist finds comfort in God's character and qualities and who he is. He reminds himself that the Lord is on the throne in verse 12. And despite how desperate his personal situation might be, God doesn't change. He says, "But you remain the same, and your years will never end," verse 27. This is good news because God promises not to give up on his people. He would forgive and restore Jerusalem, verse 21 and 22. Do you feel isolated or alone? See, we can take comfort in the truth that God doesn't change. God cared enough for you to send his son to die for your sins. This same God will never change and is faithful to keep his promises. God bless.